gift from the old Baron horror story. One boy went for a walk with a friend. They decided to go to the ruins that remained of the old fortress. It was said that the spirit of the old Baron could be seen there. And they also said that sometimes you can find old coins there. But even if there was nothing there, it was still interesting to play in the ruins. There were many hiding places here. Or you could play defenders of the fortress. Or imagine that they were hiding here from the old Baron, about whom they said that he killed children, boiled their skin, and then made books out of it. And they also said that the Baron cut off his prisoners' hands and hung them to dry like clothes on ropes. "Let's look for coins first," said the boy's friend. The older children in the yard said that most of them are where the fallen leaves gather. And indeed, the wind constantly swept the leaves from the trees that grew nearby into the ruins, and these leaves themselves gathered in large heaps in the corners. The boys began to rake the old leaves, but there was only earth and stones under them. They did not find a single coin, but they found an old rusted chain. One end of the chain was embedded directly into the wall, and when they began to pull the chain, the wall suddenly shifted, and they saw steps going down. "Wow!" exclaimed the boy's friend. "Look, this is a secret passage. Maybe there's a whole treasure hidden there." Pushing each other, they climbed inside. It was dark inside and smelled of damp earth. They went down to the very end of the stairs. "Do you see anything?" a friend asked. "No," the boy replied, but then he remembered that he had a box of matches in his pocket. "Wait, I'll light a match." He took out a match and lit one. And they immediately screamed, because in the light of a burning match they saw a skeleton sitting in an iron chair. "Who is this? The old Baron?" a friend asked. The match went out and the boy lit another one. They came closer and saw that the neck, arms, and legs of the dead man were held by staples of white metal, which shone like new in the light of the fire, although the iron chair was all rusted with time. "Grandma told me," said the boy, "that the old Baron was a ghoul and they could only kill him with a silver arrow, and so that he would not come out of the grave, his hands and feet were nailed to the coffin with silver nails." "I've heard that story too," the friend replied, "but this one is not lying in a coffin, but sitting in an armchair." The second match went out. The boy lit another one. But while he was lighting it, something rustled in the darkness, and when the match flared up, they saw that the iron chair with the dead man seemed to get closer. "We have to get out of here," the boy said, "in case he really is a ghoul." "Look," said the friend and pointed to the ground. The boy looked and saw that there were many bones on the ground. And they were all hand bones, lots of different hands, big and small. And there were more than just bones here. Some of the severed arms are well preserved, as if they were cut off very recently. The boy suddenly felt scared. It seemed to him that the dead man was looking at them and waiting for the light to go out. Therefore, the boy did not wait for the match to go out, and immediately lit a new one. "Let's get out of here," said the boy. "I don't like it here." "Wait," the friend suddenly said. He bent down, picked something up from the ground, and went to the exit. The boy ran after him until the match went out. When they got out, it seemed to them that someone was laughing loudly downstairs. Or maybe it was just the wind rustling the old leaves. Then the boy saw that his friend was holding something in his hands. "What do you have there?" The friend hid his hand behind his back. But then he answered anyway. "A gift from the old Baron." When they were returning home, the boy saw a ring with a large dark red stone on his friend's hand. "Did you take it from there?" he asked his friend. "Yes," said the friend, "but what do you care?" The boy shook his head. "Grandma said that you can't take things from the grave, otherwise the owner may come back for them. How much does your grandmother understand?" But the next day, a friend came by himself early in the morning. His face was scared. "I had a dream last night," he said, as if the old Baron had returned and wanted to pick up his gift. "I couldn't take the ring off my hand, and then the Baron wanted to cut off my hand. Then I woke up. But when I wanted to take off the ring, I couldn't. Help me take it off. The finger of the boy's friend was swollen and the ring was not removed. They tried to put oil on their finger, but still couldn't take off the ring. Then the boy took out a pair of wire cutters and bit through the ring. The friend wanted to throw away the ring, but the boy said, "We need to put it back in place." That's what Grandma said. They ran to the ruins, but no matter how much they searched, they could not find the place where the old Baron's grave was. Then they decided to leave the ring in the ruins. And when the friend took the ring out of his pocket, they saw that the ring was whole again. They put the ring on the ground and covered it with leaves so that other boys would not accidentally find it. But when the boy returned home, his friend called him. "He's here." "Who?" "The old Baron." "The ring," the friend replied and began to cry. "When I got home, it was in my pocket. I'm afraid the Baron will come for him at night and chop off my hand. What should I do?" "We must deceive the old Baron," said the boy, "as they do in fairy tales. Take your old things, stuff them with straw and put a ring inside. And then take this doll and take it somewhere far away. And tomorrow Grandma will come to visit us, and I will ask her what needs to be done." "All right," said the friend, "I'll do it." In the morning, the boy immediately ran to his friend's house. He decided that it was better to have a friend come to visit him, and when his grandmother arrived, they would ask together what to do. But when he reached his friend's house, the boy realized that he was too late. A police car and an ambulance were parked near the house, and there were people standing around the house. "What happened there?" the boy asked one of the adults. "The kid died. Someone climbed in the window and strangled him." "He must be crazy," said another adult. "He was dressed like a scarecrow, and there was straw sticking out of his clothes." "And the ring?" the boy asked. "Did that boy have a ring with a red stone on his hand?" "What kind of ring?" The adult was surprised. This madman cut off both hands of the kid up to the elbows and took them with him.